Hey Genderqueer Chat, Joe here. It is Sunday night, and I'm sorry, I'm almost late making this video. There's Stanley's tail. And here's Tupac. I don't know if you can see Tupac. My friend put on my Facebook today the funniest thing I think I've ever read. He's hilarious. And anyway, I'm quite chesty, and he put, "The jug life didn't choose me. I didn't choose the jug life. The jug life chose me." Thug life, jug life. Anyway, I'm a big Tupac fan. There you go. I'm wearing my Tupac shirt today. Okay, so this week's, first off, I just wanted to say that we've, not that you would have known, but we often prepare subjects like a couple months in advance, but we've actually cut what we were going to do next week, and instead we've squeezed in a couple of questions from the Facebook page. So thank you so much. These are coming from Felix and Jay off of Facebook. So we'll be doing those two questions in the next 2 weeks. Look forward to that. Today's question, a little bit of a challenge. I haven't even thought about it. It is, do you think that there are any unique challenges that a person may face in regards to experiencing transphobia as a binary over a non-binary identified person, trans person? And then the bonus question, do you have any regrets? Okay, so unique challenges that a person may face in regards to experiencing transphobia. I think I, like many other people, when I first discovered the extended world of transgenderism, gender discovery, up until very recently, and keep in mind I'm 40, I would say up until I was 36, 37, I guess I thought that trans people were one gender, transitioned to the other gender, never mind the gray area in between, I don't think I knew about that, but I also presumed they transitioned into the sexuality, the heterosexual sexuality of the gender they were transitioning to. So I assumed that if a male body born person wanted to be a woman, he wanted to be a straight woman. I don't know why I presume that. I think a lot of people do. And so when the first time I ever heard of someone transitioning and being gay, I remember, probably like a lot of people, kind of shaking my head and thinking, like, what? It just seemed so weird. It just seemed, because I think I, like so many people, had really confused gender and sexuality. Not really realizing that you can really be unhappy in your own skin, and that has nothing to do with who you want to fuck, right? So imagine my surprise when non-binary thinking entered this picture. So when I started to think of myself as, and I don't consider myself a non-binary trans person, but through this channel and through just the online world, I've gotten to meet quite a few, and I can see how that would be uniquely discriminatory. People would treat you uniquely discriminatingly, is that the word? Because it's easy to treat a woman like a woman if you never knew she used to be a man. Do you know what I mean? And vice versa, a man as a man. The second you know somebody is transgender, that's when the discrimination or the transphobia tends to kick in. But imagine if someone is, kind of gender neutral or not quite appearing in such a binary fashion, then yeah, it's going to bring up a lot of that bullshit phobia in a lot of people who can't cope with non-binary thinking. And I would assume that non-binary trans folk are subject to a lot more discrimination than binary trans folk are. That's just my perception. Not being trans, I don't know that I can necessarily comment on that further. I just want to think out loud. Unique challenges. People treat me, I don't know that I'm the victim of discrimination, but people treat me a little bit strangely because I don't have a standard binary gender, although I do present as such. But I think once people get talking to me, they know that I'm a little bit strange. Now, I can only imagine what that would be like if we threw, like, physical transition into that picture. Oh, it's Eli. Hey, Eli. Okay. So I'm sorry, that's not very long, 4 minutes. Well, that's okay. That's the other bonus question was, do you have any regrets? I don't think I do. I'm one of those people, a psychic once told me that, she said, you're one of these people that will, something like, you learn from other people's mistakes. It's very true. I learn from other people's mistakes, and as a result, I don't really need to experience that mistake myself to learn the life's lesson. And as a result, there's a lot of things I've kind of avoided having to regret because I never did them in the first place. For instance, get married or marry the wrong guy specifically, because I think when I was of a certain age, a lot of my friends just got married to the guy they were with. And had that happened to me at that time, that would have been a nightmare and I would have regretted it. But it didn't happen and I don't regret it. Anyway, where's that brush? Oh, here it is. I'm going to let him rub his little face against this brush. Further to that, I just choose to not regret. I choose to not focus on things that, I guess I did some embarrassing things in my life and my history. But I do not regret. Those were just the ramblings of a young person or the silly, mishaps of a young person. That's just what people do. People have to live through life to get to where they are. And I wouldn't be the person I am today if not for all the things I've experienced. So I do not regret a single thing, not a single word, not a single action. I'm very lucky in that I've always been kind of motivated by, I was just having this conversation with somebody yesterday. I'm not a mean-spirited person. I've never done anything in anger, and I cut that guy's canoe in half. Did I ever tell you about that? Even that I don't regret. I feel badly that I did it, I suppose, but I don't waste time thinking it should have been different. It was what it was. I was in love. He broke my heart. I chopped up his family heirloom canoe. I know, horrible. I was very young. I was very heartbroken. No excuses. But I don't choose to live my life with regret, and I choose not to think of things as be embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? I don't think embarrassment serves any function whatsoever. Shame serves no function. And I don't do things with a mean heart. That's what I was getting at when I talked about the canoe. That was I don't even know what that was. Forget about that. But I don't do things with a cruel intent. So as a result, I never have to regret the things I've done. Even if I've hurt someone's feelings or if I've done something mean or that appeared to be mean, I didn't do it to be mean. So I don't, I sleep well at night. I know I'm repeating myself now. But yeah, I don't live with regret. Not at all. Okay, short and sweet this week. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye-bye.